Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. So our group in this presentation will elaborate on the topic of economic systems. First of all, we would like to explain the definitions of capitalism and socialism. Capitalism, also known as the free market economy or laissez-faire, is an economic system where individuals and sellers make all the economic decisions using a price system. They make these decisions without any sort of government intervention. Next up, socialism. Socialism, also known as the command economy, is an economic system where decisions are made solely by the government or a central planning authority.
Now, let's look at the characteristics of capitalism. Firstly is the freedom of enterprise and choice. All economic decisions are made by individuals themselves. This means that anyone can dominate a business, therefore they can set their own prices and the amount of production of goods are not at any limit. The next one is customer sovereignty. The production of goods and services depends on customers' preferences. This means that all the customers' demand really matters in this market. The next one is minimal government intervention. Market can work with almost no interference by the government. And the last one is competition. The market of capitalism is a very competitive market. Each business aims to be customers' top choice. Therefore, most businesses, they find good ideas, they have to create new innovations, they have to be creative at promoting their business to be the top choice of the customers. Next, I'll explain some characteristics of socialism. Firstly, the public ownership of resources. The government and the state are the powerhouse of all resources. The Central Authority Department controls and owns all forms of factories, mine distributing agencies, financial agencies, along with some transportation and communication. The main purpose of this is to fully utilize the country's resources. The second characteristic is the lesser importance of price mechanism. Prices of goods and services are strictly controlled by the central authority. By doing so, the system of demand and supply does not apply in the socialist economy, making the consumer's choice limited to the commodities the central planner has to offer only. Next, the characteristics of equal income distribution. In socialism, there should be no private ownership in the production and distribution, which will prevent the private capital accumulation and distribute the profits equally with the people to help to distribute the benefits evenly and equally amongst the people in the country, thus avoiding capitalization and accumulation of immense wealth in the hands of a few people. Lastly is the central control and ownership, where the government controls the production, consumption, and the distribution of goods and services. This clearly shows that the government intervenes in all aspects of economic activities.
Hi, my name is Nur Ali Al-Aribah. Today, I'm going to explain about the merits and demerits of capitalism system of economy. There are two merits and two demerits in the capitalism system of economy. Firstly, capitalism provides consumers with choices. Consumers get to choose what they want to consume through the availability of choice in the private sector. This will lead to higher level of innovation because the typical individual will buy the best possible item that they can afford. Therefore, consumers will enjoy a wide variety of the same product. Next, capitalism enhances trade, business, and research and development (R&D). Entrepreneurs and producers are constantly on the lookout for new ideas to keep up with the competition. This will result in rapid growth, increased jobs, and increased profit. Innovators reap the reward of their work by copyrights and patents. Capitalism also has the demerit, which is inequality of distribution of wealth and income. Since there is no government intervention in the market economy, the system of private property widens the gap between the rich and the poor. The wealthy grow wealthier over time as a result of these disadvantages, while the poor struggle to make ends meet. Lastly, capitalism economy has unnecessary variety and wasteful competition. Too much competition leads to unnecessary high cost of production. This is because producers bid a high price for resources. There will be a waste of resources as some products are better advertised to attract consumers, resulting in consumers misinterpreting an advertisement and being misled. So, that is more or less about the merits and demerits of capitalism economy.
Hi, my name is Siti Saraswata Bedi Zakaria, and I would like to share the merits and demerits of socialism economic system. So, I will start with the merit first. The first one is social justice are assured in the country. The exploitation of men by men are put to an end to make sure that every individual is assured of equal opportunities irrespective of caste, creed, and religion. Even if a child were born in poor family, he will be given the same and equal opportunity to have proper education like the others. The second one is the production is according to the needs of the people. The production of food, clothes, and others is guided by the basic needs of the people, not by the power of purchasing by the rich people. The next one is the demerits of socialism economic system. The first one is the choice of working of incentive is in the absence of profit motive. The national honours will be given to the good workers and those with shirking works will be punished. And lastly, the second demerits of the economic system have loss of economic freedom and consumer sovereignty. The central planning or the government directs all economic activities. The consumer are not given the choice to choose and have to choose whatever produced by the public enterprise. The workers will be assigned to certain jobs and cannot change them without the consent of the planning authority, and they have to do works they will ask it to do.
Now, let's look into the economic problems that are available in a mixed economy. So first of all, you have to understand that in any sort of economic system whatsoever, there are three basic economic problems. Firstly, the problem of what to produce. Second, the problem of how to produce. And third, the problem of for whom to produce. So let's look into the first problem, the problem of what to produce. The problem of what to produce in a mixed economy is decided by both public and private sectors. The goods and services to be produced in a mixed economy is based on the consideration of the social welfare and the economic growth of the country. Moving on to the problem of how to produce. The problem of how to produce such goods, we are talking about the methods and techniques available and what sort of techniques that you should be using in producing such goods and services. These questions are answered and decided by both public and private sectors. Next, for whom to produce. So the problem of for whom to produce is determined by both public and private sectors, where they utilize both the price system, or known as the price mechanism, in capitalist economies, as well as government interventions in the distribution of goods and services. Examples of government interventions are such as subsidies, indirect taxes, and also price control. That is all from us. I thank you very much.